one last time on the floor at the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games for the athletes in the men's competition. Leader's name will be highlighted in blue, everybody else in red. If you see a minus number, that's how many reps they are behind the leader, who is currently Noah Ohlsen.
Well, Noah Ohlsen had a rough last event number 12 where he was just unable to complete. He was all the way up in second earlier today, so that was a tough event for Noah Ohlsen. Matt Fraser taking his time on the first round of 5. That could be a good strategy because these reps will increase.
Fraser carrying those kettlebells, 203 pounds each into the next position. He's last place in the heat, but I think he's earned the ability to have that be a little bit comfortable.
But Matt Fraser isn't going to just sit back and let people finish ahead of him. This guy will fight to the end, regardless of it's 2 points or 200 points. Do not write off Matt Fraser just yet. We have a lot of work left to do.
So Fraser taking a breather. He moved himself back up into the 7th position in this heat with a quick set of 5. But Noah Ohlsen, he said it earlier about the last event. It's not strategy, it's just a sprint. This is more of his style, as he only has a 6-minute time cap to kind of sprint this one out after that sprint failed one event ago.
Say, based off that strategy, I wouldn't try to play with fire once again because these reps increase. We've said it a lot, but it makes it's 2 different worlds when you start to increase reps. And I know it's only 2 from round 1 to round 2 and 3 reps or 5 reps from round 2 to round 3. But the total volume that you do, you are doubling the amount of work you did after 2 rounds in that 3rd and final round. So you got to be careful.
Ricky Garrard currently holds the 3rd position in the heat. Brent Fikowski 2 reps behind him in 4th in the heat. It's a 46-point differential for Fikowski in the race for 2nd place in the official game standings, as Brent Fikowski just needs a top 12 finish and he'll find himself with a silver medal.
Well, in the past, Fikowski has had issues with handstand push-ups at the regional level, and those have been strict, but it's not like Parallette handstand push-ups are any easier one way or the other. So Fikowski needs to be very dialed in on how he breaks things up to make sure he stays in that top 10 to 12 positions.
This is round number 3 for Matt Fraser, so we can put all maybes aside at this point. He does have the title clinched.
Well, Matt Fraser, look at the pace he's putting on in this round of 13. He broke things up a lot in the first couple of rounds, the round of 5 and the round of 8. He just ripped off 7 straight kipping Parallette handstand push-ups.
It's almost like he was a little nervous about that minimum work requirement, wanting to make sure it was done before he let loose.
We said before, I've been waiting for athletes to break up more in the earlier rounds, specifically the round of 5, because if you've seen how many times athletes break in the round of 13, think about it. It doesn't matter when you break. Everyone's so afraid to break in the first round. You got to think of how many times you break. I'm going to break 5 times. Once in the first round for the 5, twice in the second round of the 8, and maybe 2 more times in it. It doesn't matter when you break, it matters how many times you break.
He was in last place about 2 minutes ago. Matt Fraser is now tied with Noah Ohlsen and Bjorkvin Carl Goodmanson for the lead, coming out of the Parallette handstand push-ups for the final time. 1 minute, 24 seconds until the time to beat a Logan Collins, the only man to finish thus far.
They're saying conservative approach, timid approach. It's neither one of those. It's a very intelligent approach in how you navigate the first 2 rounds of this event.
Goodmanson, no shirt, black shorts, 3rd from the left on the screen, in the lead, just ahead of Noah Ohlsen on the right side of the screen in the black tank top, working on his kettlebell deadlifts. But Matt Fraser is pulling into the lead with 3 reps remaining. Two reps left for Fraser. And all that's left is an 89-foot march. And that might be the first time I've ever seen him smile in the middle of an event. Soak it in, Matt. the most dominant performance of all time. Something tells me he might try to make this unbroken.
Well, he has 40 seconds left when you're talking about a 6-minute time cap.
Only Rich Froning has multiple men's open division championships with 4. Matt Fraser was considered Rich Froning's heir apparent when he broke onto the scene in 2014. He lost to Froning that year, finishing second. He lost to Ben Smith, another one of the all-time CrossFit greats, in 2015. In 2016, Matt Fraser made a declaration that he was here to be one of the greats. In 2017, he makes that declaration again with an exclamation point. Once again, Matt Fraser is the fittest man on earth.
Let's get one more round of applause for your top 10.
Time count. Yeah, I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games champion, Matt Fraser!
About the only thing that didn't go his way this weekend was he was just shy of crossing the line before the horn sounded at the 6-minute time cap. Matt Fraser last year was considered unthinkable what he did to the rest of the field. This year he did even more damage to the rest of the field.
You cannot say it enough of how impressive that performance was, but Brent Fikowski just missed out on podium last year by 2 points. Now solidly on top in that second place position.
Last year, third place was a Rookie of the Year finish for Patrick Vellner. This year, third place, Rookie of the Year, Ricky Garrard.
And a surprise for Ricky Garrard, but what a fight he had on the entire weekend with a lot of these veterans.
For Matt Fraser, 2014 to 2016, the first 3 years of his career, he had 3 event wins, 2 seconds at the end of the weekend, and that 2016 title this weekend. He had more wins this time than he has in his entire career coming in. He wanted to make the statement that he's not just here to get second place finishes. He had 7 of them a year ago. He won more events this weekend than anybody else in the competition.
In the last 8 events, Matt Fraser won half of them. When you're this good and people try to poke holes, those first place finishes seal the deal.